Put your hands together for Allison Ared.
Yeah. Look at you all out here in a good mood and happy and crap. That's good, because I'm not allowed to be in a good mood ever. It's against the law, because I'm from Philadelphia. Ow! But being from Philly, I can guarantee you that two things will always suck. Our sports teams and our women. That's really not true, because our sports teams are usually pretty good. They just don't know how to finish, unlike the women. But I get a bad rep being from Philly. I had a guy come up to me after a gig, and he was like, "Yo, so you're from Philly?" And I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "Wow, you don't seem like a piece of crap." I assure you I am. Yelp it. 5 stars, that's all I'm gonna say. But it's because we like to label people, right? Everybody has a label. My current label is widow. Relax, it's not like the body's in the trunk of the car. But people say really stupid crap to me. Do you miss them? Duh, yeah. Trash day. When I have to move heavy crap around my house. But you know, as widows, we think stupid things too. First thing I thought of when they told me he was dead, I was like, ugh, never getting laid again. And then immediately, I was like, oh my God, Allison, that's horrible. You were married for 20 years. How much were you really getting laid to begin with? And they do come back to haunt you. Because my husband's soul currently resides in my dog's body. And I know this because I went to cuddle with my dog the other night, and he looked at me and went, and got up and walked away. But being a widow does have its perks. It's a great conversation ender. Talking to this guy, he's like, "Oh, so you don't care what people think?" I'm like, "Yeah, not so much." He's like, "How do you stay in relationships?" I'm like, "I don't." And he goes, "Oh, man, were you burned?" And I'm like, "No, he was. I had him cremated." Best part about that one is that guy didn't know if I waited till he was dead first. So dating's fun. My girlfriends are all like, "You know, it's really changed since you've been out there, Allison. Chivalry's dead." Like, I don't think so. I mean, I open the door for every dude I'm with. But it really hasn't changed, because the cheesy one-liners are still there. I had a drunk guy come up to me the other night, and he was like, "Oh my God, you're so beautiful. Would you marry me?" And I was like, "I don't think I want half of your crap, pal." Think about it. See, she got it. And then the old guys, I thought, the older guys, like my age, I thought they'd be more mature, you know, refined. Nope. Coming out of the grocery store the other day, and this older guy's like, "Hey, nice car." And I was like, "Thank you." And then all of a sudden, he's like, "Want to take me for a ride?" I'm like, "To where? 1972, where you still had it going on?" It's not a DeLorean, pal. But I'm starting to get a little worried, because the guys on the Murder Channel look better to me than the guys on Match. At least I know how many people they've killed. And they always bring their own handcuffs. Bonus. And then there's good old Tinder. Y'all familiar with that? Well, wait. Where are the married people? Because only you are familiar with that, because that's everybody on Tinder. Ashley Madison took a hit, and Tinder picked it right up. This guy on Tinder, though, he had his profile picture was his baby picture. And I had to respond. I was like, "Dude, I don't breastfeed on the first date." So, anybody familiar with Bumble? That's a new one I joined. It's kind of like Tinder, but it's only the girls get to speak first. But the only reason I even like this app is because when you get a notification it says, "Hey girl, you got a new man all up in your hive." And I'm like, I don't even know why I like that. I don't even respond. I just like getting that little notification. It's fun. It's a fun time. So I'm currently dating Uber drivers. They don't know it. But I call, they come, they pick me up, and then they take me places. And then, a few hours later, I call another guy. And I go home with him. It's like real dating, except for the awkward goodnight kisses. And what happened to one-night stands? Used to be, you'd go out, you'd find a dude, you'd get drunk, you'd have sex, and somebody snuck out in the morning. Yeah, last guy, I'm sneaking out in the morning, and he's like, "So, what are we doing? Are we going snorkeling? Are we going hiking? What's happening?" And I was like, "Okay, we're not dating, military boy. Thank you for your service. I'm putting your discharge back in your hand." Just let me do the walk of shame, which I have changed to the stride of pride, by the way. I own it. I go to as many places as I can dressed as a woman of the night before. But there is weird stuff going on out there, like tattoos. I don't have a problem with them, but guys, if you're gonna get one right here, can we please not make it your daughter's name and face? Because if I get intimate with you, I do not want to look at her, okay? If you really want to turn me on, put one of your ex's name and face there. That way, when we get intimate, I can slap that bitch around and punish her for ruining you for the rest of us. But I do have a boyfriend. He's Mr. 32. You probably know him better as the rabbit vibrator. You look like you. 32 seconds gets me where I'm going. That bastard takes 32 batteries to operate. But it is well worth that Costco battery run every 32 minutes. But I'm kind of sad since he came on board, because now I have a whole drawer of these that don't get used anymore. And I'm like, what am I going to do with these things? It's not like I can put them out at my next garage sale. So I decided we need to have a recycling program. We have the e-waste for electronics. We have the v-waste for vibrators. But then I realized I won't benefit from this program, because mine are all ground down to tiny nubs. I did have a scary realization the other night, though. I keep my gun and my vibrator in the same drawer. And then I thought about it, and I was like, well, either way, I'm gonna get banged. And I'm pretty sure I could fight off an intruder with either one of those. Guys all familiar with Cox Cable? Sometimes when I'm really desperate, I like to call them up and go, yes, I would like to talk to you about your Cox On Demand service. Poor kid on the phone. Sometimes he doesn't get it, so I start ordering specific sizes. But I decided since I'm going to be in the game, I needed to get in game shape, and I thought, easy. I'll just work out with my dog. We play games along the way. I realized that he cheats along the way, and he drinks out of the gutter. And I'm like, that's not cool, because you know I'm not going to drink out of a gutter unless I wake up in one, because I have standards. I'm a lady. But it really just comes down to this for me. My friends are all like, Allison, you're undateable. You're intimidating. And I go, well, that crap has to stop. So I just give out greeting cards on my dates now, and the first one goes like this. Dear man, I can out-think you, I can out-drink you. I can fix my own car, too. I smoke cigars at strip clubs and have lots of stamina to screw. I drive motorcycles, I ride race cars. I don't need my way paid. Smart, intelligent, funny, can easily get laid. Quit your bitching, quit your moaning. If you're here, I let you in. Stop being so intimidated and just screw me again. But then I like to sign it, your future clingy girlfriend. Now, I never get the call back, but I wasn't ready just in case. Glad to see you made it back. You certainly are brave. I didn't think you would after that last card that I gave. But I'm glad we're on our second date. You know, I like to kid around. You're really kind of sexy. Shh, don't make a sound. I'm not sure where you quite fit in, or if you're the one I'll keep, but remember, the last dude in your shoes is now buried 6 feet deep. Thank you very much.
Allison Arrett. Awesome.